commentator on Fox News. Big MAGA guy. He was in support of this. For 4 years, we have not heard a peep from Mike about this. It's only because some of the dynamics have changed on this council that he thinks he can do this. I have not seen a single application come in for a flag to be hung on any pole. This is a veiled threat and targeted towards LGBTQ communities. I have been an attorney for 20 some odd years. I know I look real young. This is a poorly written resolution. From a legal standpoint, I know that we did not give our city attorney authority to review this resolution because he would have had to seek consent from council to do that, and he did not. Everybody here has been talking about city property, and what does city property mean? His resolution defines it. It says in section 2, city property is defined as any property owned or controlled by the city. We control the zoning. We control size of flags that can be flown on in this city in private and in public. Municipal Code Chapter 15.34 governs the display of flags. We control any property that displays a flag. I went on a tour with my 12-year-old little activist daughter yesterday to take a look around our city and to see if this resolution passed, considering how much we control in the city, what would happen to some of the people around here. Compass Bible Church flies a large flag. Under this resolution, that would be banned. The USC flag flies over by Center Stage Studio on Aliso Creek Road. Under this resolution, that flag would be banned. The flag of the Netherlands, great country, is in front of No Let Spirits. Under this resolution, that flag would be banned. Glaukos flies its own flag on its property. Under this resolution, that flag would be banned. Del Taco flies, listen, I told her a lot. Del Taco flies a flag adjacent to its ordering kiosk at the drive-thru, advertising specials. Under this proposal, that flag would be banned. Under this resolution, a city employee would not be able to put a pride flag in their office. Yep. Under this resolution, a city employee would not be able to fly an Anaheim Ducks flag in their office. Under this resolution, which conveniently does not define what the hell a flag is, I could determine that a flag is something on a hat. And I could say, I don't like your red hat, get out. It violates this ban. I don't do that because I believe in freedom of speech. In this city, I have been lucky enough to vote to put up banners all throughout the city to celebrate different things, including the holidays, including our veterans. Right now, there are banners up supporting sports. Under this resolution, as it's written, those would be banned. How about this? The city has put all of its hopes on the ranch. If you've not been there, it's a beautiful facility, but put that aside. We have put all of our financial bucket into the ranch and its success, which is primarily a wedding facility. I was not a fan of that, but it is what it is. If a gay couple wanted to get married there and pay us their money to have their wedding there, they would not be able to have the pride flag. Mike has mentioned you are still able to have a pride parade. We control these streets. Under this proposal, those flags would be banned. Let me be clear. I cannot condemn this stronger than I have. This isn't about a policy. It's not about unity. It's a blatant attempt to sow division, to marginalize members of our community, and to score cheap political points at the expense of real people. It's shameful, and it does not represent the values of this city. Just as how, when many of you were here at the start of this meeting, Mike made a sexist remark to me, and those do not represent the values of this city. LGBTQ flag is not just a piece of fabric. It was born out of necessity because of the discrimination and murders that have taken place not only in this state, in this county, but in this country. I don't think I need to remind most of you that in 1998, Matthew Shepard, a 21-year-old college student, was brutally beaten and tied to a fence and left to die because he was gay. It is tragedies like this that bring forth the pride flag, that show the resilience and the hope that the people of this community have. And for Councilmember Mike Munzing to try to erase this symbol under a false pretense of neutrality, it's not just misguided, it is cruel. As Harvey Milk said, hope will never be silent. Yet that is exactly what Mike Munzing is attempting to do. Some of the commenters today have indicated that it's one thing not to put a flag on the flagpole, but what this resolution does is it attempts to remove a flag that has been flown since 2018 under a bipartisan city council. It's not one that's saying preemptively, we don't want to fly special interest. This is one that's saying there is one special interest that has ever flown here, and I want to take it away. If the point is we don't get upset because, or people don't get upset because there's a flag flown, but some people find hope in it, why don't we fly the dang flag? Anyone who claims that this is not an attack on a particular group of our community need only look at a discussion on a local Let's Go Aliso Viejo Facebook page. Which Councilmember Mike Munzing moderates. These are posts that are made regarding this particular agenda item. I am going to put up some pictures of those posts. This is a trigger warning. These words that are on that page and approved by the moderator are hurtful and hateful and full of bigotry. But I would still like to show them up because right now, in front of us, I've had people, including one of the posters of the post you're about to see, come up in front of me and tell me that it's not based on a discriminatory intent. That is not true. Isaac, will you please pull up my agenda, or my slide as I gave it to you? Here is the first post. City Council needs you to show up and support the vote to forbid special interest flags from flying at City Hall in Aliso Viejo. Let's sit together and make new like-minded friends. Not bad, right? Kind of goes along with the idea that this is not discriminatory. Next slide, please. Oh, but wait, what's the real meaning behind this resolution? Same person, the City Council will vote to only allow the American flag, the state of California flag, and the POW flag to fly at City Hall. No trans, no pride flag. That same person came up here today and told me and you that this was not discrimination and not singling out the trans people in our community. Next slide. Next person, and again, trigger warnings. If you share my belief that the gay and trans flag should not be flying in front of our Aliso Viejo City Hall, then I invite you to join us this Wednesday night at 6:45 to implore the City Council to remove those flags. Wear white shirts. Next slide, please. Here's another post. City Council meeting on April 2nd will be fun. If you're new to this drama, I suggest you keep your phone in hand. Video camera ready to go. Hold it up like a cross to a vampire if you feel uncomfortable. The goblins will back off. But most likely, this will be an emotional three-ring circus for crazy people, starting in the parking lot. Tell me again, this isn't discriminatory. Next slide. These people are sick. Why do their lives revolve around sexual promiscuity? Bunch of pedo groomers. This resolution, according to this person, is not discriminatory. Next slide. The original poster, who posted originally about not being discriminatory and also came up here today and said that this was not a discriminatory motive, posted, genital pleasure is their religion. Now, I'd like to also point out that when this first came to my attention, I texted Mike Munzing and I asked him, what the heck are you doing? Why would you do this? And his response was, somebody, this person, wanted me to bring it. So if there is any question about the intent of this resolution, look no further than the person who asked him to bring this resolution forward. Next slide. Why would anything but the American flag and state flags hang? Do we need to make a heterosexual flag? Bet they would not like that too. It's so ridiculous. Next slide. In case you were wondering who the moderator of that group is, it is my council member to my left, Mike Munzing. You know, these are not in line with the beliefs or the values that our city hold. I see young people in the front row, and I want to remind you that tonight we've heard from a lot of people, and I tallied them. We had 164 people opposing this ban. We had 13 support it. 164. 16 people oppose it if you want to count these three. But let's not just talk about what's happening now, let's talk a little bit about the history of Aliso Viejo. I know that one of you mentioned earlier that back in 2008, when I was here, when a lot of us were here, Proposition 8 was pending in California. Proposition 8 was a proposition asking the people of California to rule that a marriage is only between one man and one woman. It passed in Orange County, except for Aliso Viejo.